everyone, this is BC Begley, and these are your news headlines for December the 13th of 2022. FTX's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, has now been arrested in the Bahamas after the United States filed criminal charges. So FTX's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, was arrested by the Bahamian authorities on Monday evening, and this came after the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York shared a sealed indictment with the Bahamian government. This now sets the stage for extradition and the United States' trial for the one-time crypto billionaire who is at the heart of the cryptocurrency exchange's dramatic collapse. Pope Francis warns he has seen, quote, omens of greater destruction and desolation for mankind. The Pope has offered a harrowing vision of the future, saying he has seen signs of an even darker time ahead for humanity. At a Mass at the Vatican, the Pope, who is 85 years old, said on Sunday that he has a dire vision for the world with, quote, omens of even greater destruction and desolation. 2 in 5 Americans and nearly half of Christians believe we are living in the end times, according to a poll. A large swath of Americans across the religious spectrum believe they are living in the last days of humanity, a recent study showed. Nearly 2 in 5 Americans, including both Christians and the religiously unaffiliated, responded affirmatively when asked if they believe, quote, we are living in the end times. This is according to a Pew Research study that was published last month. The federal deficit widened to a record $249 billion last month. The monthly federal deficit was a record-setting $249 billion in November, $57 billion wider than the same month last year, as Republican control of the House puts the government's finances back in the political spotlight. The Dow jumps for a second day and gains 200 points on hopes inflation is peaking. Stocks jumped on Tuesday after a lighter-than-expected consumer prices report for November raised the expectations that inflation is peaking. Major indexes were off their best levels of the day as trading continued Tuesday. The Dow jumped 500 points in prior sessions as investors bet on a bullish CPI report. EU democracy under attack as parliament rocked by Qatar bribe claims. Leaders of the European Union's parliament accused foreign powers on Monday of trying to corrupt the European democracy as a probe into alleged bribes from World Cup host Qatar widened. Belgian investigators, meanwhile, raided offices in the parliament's Brussels base, seeking to seize computer data to track the alleged web of corruption. China sends a record wave of bombers into Taiwan's defense zone. China sent a record 18 nuclear-capable bombers into Taiwan's air defense zone, Taipei said on Tuesday, just days after Beijing banned more Taiwanese imports in the latest sign of deteriorating ties. Ukraine energy crisis sees Zelensky call for 50 million light bulbs. Millions of energy-efficient light bulbs are needed to help Ukraine cope with ongoing Russian attacks on the country's energy system, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said. Rishi Sunak promises to end asylum seeker backlog by 2023. Rishi Sunak has promised more staff to help clear the UK's backlog of asylum seekers by the end of next year. There will also be 700 new staff members for a new unit to monitor small boats that are crossing the English Channel. And Indian and Chinese troops clash on a disputed border. Indian and Chinese military troops have clashed on their disputed Himalayan border, the first known incident between the two nuclear-armed Asian powers in nearly 2 years. Guys, I'm still a little bit under the weather and I struggled to read that, but I hope it ends here soon. Anyway, all of the links for these articles that I just covered, guys, you guys can find in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon on the next video because I plan to put out some more content today. Later, guys. Have a great day.